Hi everyone, it's Robyn from Water Moon Tarot, and I'm taking a little break from my Astrology 101 series right now, which I'm in the process of making. But I really wanted to do this video because I've been thinking about it for a few days now, because of the people around me, and I just felt that there was a need to kind of like clarify on a specific topic that's really close to my heart, and that is being an empath. So I wanted to make a video on being an empath, what it is, what an empath is, why we are born to be an empath, and basically the kind of point to it all, like why are some people born to be empaths, and what are we supposed to be doing in this lifetime with that. So I thought it was a really important topic because I myself have watched many videos about, being an empath, and there's like, an explanation about what it is or whatever, but I never really got the answer as to why are empaths even in existence. Like, what is our role? What is our, what is the universe? Why have we decided this for ourselves? Because I do believe in reincarnation. So I do believe that somewhere along the line we decided, like in this life we were going to choose to be like empaths, and why. So basically, an empath is an extremely sensitive person. And when I mean extremely sensitive, I don't mean, you cry at, sad movies, though you may, but I mean that you have almost an extra. I've always kind of described it to other people as having kind of like an extra sense that I don't know really what it is. But I kind of pick up other people's energies very easily. I understand why people are who they are very easily. I can put myself into other people's shoes extremely, easily. And I just have a really deep understanding of how people are feeling and why. And that's basically being an empath. And there's different degrees to being an empath. I mean, there's some people that are very sensitive to other people, but may not have specific abilities, and, all this spiritual stuff that, not necessarily everybody believes in. I do. But basically, you are an empath. You are an empath when, from a very young age, you are extremely aware of how other people were feeling. And you were A, born like that, and B, conditioned to be that way as well. So both of those two things had to have occurred. You had to be born that way, born extremely sensitive, born with like that extra heightened intuition, and on top of that, been born into a situation, into a family where it was also needed to be that way. You needed to be extra feeling. You needed to be aware of your surroundings, aware of the people around you and how they were feeling at all times. Why? Number one, it was to protect yourself. It is in sort a way a defense mechanism, and at the same time, it's a gift. And at the same time, empaths are born to heal themselves and then to heal others. So when I mean to heal, uh, because they are the ones that can understand and feel others. They are born to help heal others, and you need to be able to understand before you can help. So very often empaths are born into difficult type family situations where there could be a lot of emotional ups and downs. There could have been a lot of, sadness around, or some dysfunction, or just a lot of high emotion, where the empath is not feeling safe emotionally. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not safe physically, because you could have been safe physically, then again you could have not been safe physically. That's a highly emotional situation to be born into. There are empaths that have been born into families like that, but basically empaths choose before reincarnating to be put into families. Very often I believe that it's been a soul contract, that these are the same souls that you have known before and in other lifetimes, but that you choose this family for a reason. And the reason is that you need to live through the difficulties, and you need to learn through those difficulties, pain and sadness, and sometimes tragedy, and sometimes all kinds of difficult things, in order to learn those situations, in order to be able to help others. But the thing is, before that we're able to help others, we have to have lived those situations. And of course those situations, because we're empaths and because we're so sensitive and because of all of those reasons, have affected us, right? So we were born into these situations where our family, it was a difficult family unit, or it was difficult situations within the family, and there was a lot of turmoil or whatever it was. And we could have potentially, chosen, different circumstances for ourselves, like real struggles, or, real tough, traumas in our childhood and early years, in order to live through that and learn a lot. So obviously those things do, affect us when these traumas happen when we're younger. And when I mean trauma, I don't even necessarily mean like this huge, event or something like that, like a traumatic event. For extremely sensitive people, we feel everything so deeply. So it could be, just difficult circumstances that affected us highly. But in general, empaths are born into very difficult situations. And when I mean difficult, I mean really difficult, that it's, well known that would be a difficult situation for anybody. So obviously those things have affected us, and so there's a point in our lives as empaths where those things are being used against us. And when I say those experiences are being used against us, I mean that we haven't quite healed from those situations. So there very often is a time in our lives where we've gone through ourselves a very hard time, and there's been like massive, struggles, and there could be depression, and there could be, some substance abuse, or there could be some mental health things, and there could be a whole lot of those things trying to work through all of our karma, which is basically the whole point of it all. It's to be able to use the experiences that we've had in order to then heal from those experiences that we've had, and then order to help others. And I think that some people kind of get stuck in that phase where we're trying to heal ourselves, because it's really, really difficult, to overcome, those struggles and things like that. But that really is the goal of the empath. It's to overcome those obstacles and use them in order to help others and to break the cycle as well, because I really do believe that empaths are put on the earth as, there's like different terms. There's like indigo children, there's like star seeds, there's like there's different names for like this group of individuals that are here on earth right now that are extremely sensitive and that want to try to like make a difference or do things in a different way. And that also includes breaking the cycle of our families and the way that they've done things, and the dysfunctional ways that they learn from their family as well, which is also our family. But I mean, going down in generations so that it doesn't continue that cycle. So basically, empaths, I believe that empaths' mission is to live the struggle, heal from the struggle, to be able to heal others. We are healers, and to be able to break the cycle of that chain that's been going and circling for generations. And so when the empaths can break the cycle, and then when the empaths can start to heal others, that's when things will start to, change. And they have already. I do believe, of course, there's still going to be a lot of, we're going to need like a lot of time and patience and continuing to, change the world, basically, but it's going to take time, because there's been a lot of damage, like the way that things, have been going. And obviously we're all aware of that, and, the disconnection between us and like nature and ourselves, and the whole, rat race of like life, basically, and things like that. And we're so far from I think where we were intended to go as like human beings, and it's going to be like a long process. But I really do believe that the empaths out there have a huge stake in it. And so I guess the whole point of this video was to really give the empaths out there some direction. And yes, you are an empath. Yes, you are extremely sensitive. Yes, you have gone through huge struggles. Yes, your family is kind of all over the place, but all of this for a reason. So use that. Don't get stuck in that. Don't get stuck in the victim mentality of all of it. Oh, this happened to me, so I have an excuse to be however. No, you use those things. You were given a gift of this extreme sensitivity and this extreme empathy in order to heal, and wisdom in order to heal yourself and heal others, and break that cycle of dysfunction and unhappiness and all of the rest of it. So okay, so I hope you guys understood the point of the video, and this was like a personal dear to my heart subject. So anyways, comment, share, like, I would love to hear what you guys have to say about this topic. And I'm going to come back next with, I'm going to continue my Astrology 101 series. We're going to be talking about birth charts and personal planets next. So, okay, I love you, guys. Bye-bye.